Milton hit Wednesday, and there are some new dangers for our county and several other counties because of the heavy rainfall. And I'm going to be discussing today who that is for and what that is for. We're also going to talk about, you keep seeing all this stuff online about Hurricane Nadine. We're going to get into that as well. Okay, so in Citrus County, one of our main rivers is the Withlacoochee. That river connects with Rainbow River in Dunnellon, and then the river wraps through two counties, actually, I believe. I'm going to have to double check on that, but I believe it's two counties. So the Withlacoochee by us, what they're saying is the flooding is going to get really bad. Really bad. So there's a lot of houses on the river, and hopefully people actually know what's going on. You know, after a hurricane, a lot of times you're fatigued from it, and so you're not really going and looking for stuff anymore. You're kind of just wanting a break from everything. And our county just posted this. They've been posting it for a couple of days, but yesterday they just posted this. So we're going to be going to one of the locations that it's talking about by us and show you how high the river has risen, and it's risen quite a bit. All right, so let's go check it out. Here is the day view on the Withlacoochee. Now this is the section over by 200 that they have talked about. So these are the steps. It actually goes down. It's part of the launch area, and you can see where the water is up to all the way out there. The flow is really good, so you can see it goes like all the way down here, and it's risen. Now the Withlacoochee connects with Rainbow River, also known as Rainbow Springs, which feeds that first magnitude. And a lot of people don't realize, so it has like a red color. That's the tannins. It's not dirty water. It's just the tannins in the water. But it is a beautiful river, but it is coming up quick. We're gonna walk over to this side. There's a lot of tree limbs down from Milton. A lot inside the water. So it's coming all the way up the boat ramp where he's docking right now. And you can see too, like over by where people's fences are. So we're gonna go over the list right now because there's actually, I thought it was just two counties. There's a lot of rivers that are on this list. So if you know anybody by this river or the other ones that are listed, please make sure that they know about this, because like I said before, so often, you know, you just get storm fatigue and people stop paying attention. Okay, so bear with me because it's a long list, so I'm going to be looking down, reading it. So the flood warning continues for the following rivers in Florida. Little Manatee River at Wimwawa. Some of these I still can't pronounce. At US 31 affecting Hillsborough County. Withlacoochee River at Croom affecting Pasco and Sumter counties. Withlacoochee at SR 200 Holder affecting Citrus County. Withlacoochee at 301 Tribby affecting Pasco and Hernando counties. Hillsborough River at Morris Bridge affecting Hillsborough County. Hillsborough River near Hillsborough, say that fast 5 times. River State Park affecting Hillsborough County. Cypress Creek at SR 54, Worthington Gardens affecting Pasco County. Althea River at Lithia affecting Hillsborough County. Micaiah River at Micaiah River State Park affecting Sarasota County. Y'all, Sarasota they've had enough. Peace River at Bartow affecting Polk County. Same with Polk. Peace River at Zolfo Springs at SR 17 affecting Hardy County. Peace River at Arcadia at SR 70 affecting DeSoto County. Horse Creek near Arcadia, SR 72 affecting DeSoto County. The flood warning is extended for the following rivers in Florida: Manatee River near Micaiah Head at SR 64 is affecting Manatee County, and the Anclote River at Elfers at Little Road affecting Pasco County. So it's saying that major flooding is forecasting. And you saw, like, for our section that's down the road on the Withlacoochee River, that's up to 10 feet. Now, some of the other places they're either going to be higher, they're going to be lower, but it's a significant amount of flooding that will affect people. For ours, so the peak for the Withlacoochee by where we're at, they're saying it's going to peak within the next 3 to 4 weeks. So it's just going to continue to rise and get bigger. So the sandbag locations are in that screenshot that I put up. I'm also going to put the link to the Florida department that goes over all of this for surge. So if you know anybody in Florida, if they're in any of these counties, I mean, it's Florida, so there's water everywhere. We've got lakes, we've got rivers. Now that one actually goes into even more with lake areas as well. And because of the significant amount of rain, the one that's feeding the one by us, they lowered that lake, and within 24 hours, it was already back up to what it was. So the amount of water is unbelievable. Last time I checked, I believe the death toll for Milton was at 17. Now, I know a lot of people freaked out from the coverage. Almost all of those were either tornado related, which unfortunately in our state, there are no sirens, there are no warnings. People are not used to tornadoes. They don't even know where to go most of the time because it's just not something we deal with in Florida. But then also most of them were from after the storm. We did have one fatality down the road from us. He was driving early morning hours after Milton came through, and he ran into a tree that was across the road. There was one gentleman in another county. He was trying to clean up all the debris after the storm, and they think he stepped on an actual electrical wire that had fallen. There were several who had cardiac arrests during the storm, and emergency services couldn't get to them in time. There were some that had, I believe one person had a cardiac event after the storm. A lot of people get so freaked out thinking that it's from the hurricane passing through, but most of the deaths are actually after. They're either people who stay in storm surge areas that shouldn't and they drown, or most of the time it's after the storm. Car wrecks, things that are happening health-wise with somebody that really is not storm related, but it's still counted because it happened during the storm period. And also, trees falling down. There was a couple of people, trees fell on their houses that were uprooted. Now, thankfully, we had, I talked about it in previous videos. We had 6 huge trees. They were 60 feet high. They got completely ruined by a woodpecker who just had an attitude. So meet Woody. He destroyed the trees, which ruined it for Rocky and his siblings. They would come every single night for their treats of hot dogs and grapes, and we could literally call them and they would come every evening to come say hello and eat from our hands. The only tree we have, I know some of you commented it's a beautiful tree. It is, but the arborist said that tree's in great shape. And then we have our palm tree in the front. So nothing is close enough to where we have to be concerned with a tree falling in on our house. But that was also several of the deaths and several things that were related as well. So now we're actually going to look at the Withlacoochee River on the 200 section that they're talking about at night. Now, we went there last night to film. It's just going to give you an idea of how serious it can be and how scary at nighttime. Right now I'm on the Withlacoochee River. It's serious. It's already very high compared to what it is. Obviously a lot more to go, but there's houses along this whole river. I'm going to show you what it looks like with the headlights pointing at the water, and then I'm going to shut the headlights off to let you see just how dark and how dangerous this can get. You can see this is somebody's fence right here. The water's already coming up. Here's the dock over here, the picnic tables, and look how much this water is already coming. So I am not getting close to the water right now. It's Florida. We have gators. Do not walk. Do not walk by a body of water at night. Bad idea in the state of Florida. But I'm going to go ahead and shut the lights off right now for you to see it in the dark. Just how dark it is out here. We're in a forested area and how dangerous this can be. Now, the only light that is right here is the one light at the dock. Away from it, pitch black.
We could turn the lights on when you record in the dark. I said, like, boom, boom, boom.
Oh yeah, that actually is kind of funny. That would scare the crap out of people online. You want to do it?
I don't know how I think you have to come out and stand next to the car right there.
Man, we need a third person. So this again is why it's so important. Follow your local county, because I guarantee you there are so many people, they have storm exhaustion here after Helene, after Milton. We're all just exhausted. And with, you know, the other system that possibly is turning into another one, a lot of people are just not following. And if they're not paying attention and they don't have alerts set up on their phone, it's going to be very difficult for them to keep an eye on this. But I can tell you the water is really, really high.